Friends, we are having a conversation today around the law of vibration. So I love human design. You guys know that. That's why you're here. And human design is the it's like a structure, it's a construct, it is the mechanical aspect. And multiple times I've said on this channel is that there's an animation feature, and that animation feature does not get taught in the human design schools or the business institute. Why? Because they want to stay true to Ra's material, which I totally get. I do too. But we cannot forget that there's a mechanical piece, this human design structure, this framework, but the animation piece is really truly the laws of the universe. So we want to be able to take the structure of our human design chart and we want to be able to finesse it. Okay. And what I mean by that is to work with the laws of the universe versus trying to just jam this mechanical aspect into a go position. And without the oil and the grease and the lubrication of the laws of the universe, this mechanical structure is going to disintegrate. It's going to wear itself out. And I see this every day. I can't even tell you how many emails a day I get, how many comments through Facebook, through Instagram DMs that I get around, like, I just can't figure this out. Well, what's happening is that the laws of the universe were forgotten. And Ra didn't talk about them because he didn't really truly love the spooky energy, right? Like that energy field that you couldn't see. He kind of freaked out about that. Now, in this world that we're in right now, we are like 30 some years past when Ra brought in and downloaded human design. Okay. And back then, to talk about energy and frequency and that kind of stuff, it was kind of new to people. But now it's a part of the fabric. It's a part of the fabric. So we have to bring in the laws of the universe to lubricate and grease up this mechanical structure of the human design body graph so that you can actually walk and navigate in this structure of this 3D world in a whole new way. So you're not in the confusion and the doubt. So the thing that also gets very, very lost in human design are all the levels of the mind, right? We have the unconscious mind, we have the subconscious mind, we have our quote unquote conditioned mind. The scientific community actually doesn't even know all the levels of the mind, right? Like, how does it compartmentalize? How do we have all these different little personalities that can happen inside of there? All these things that take place. So I want to bring that into existence inside the human design community because we're missing it. We're missing that piece. So today we're talking about the law of vibration and understanding that the design crystal, your vehicle, your body, your personality crystal, how you're designed to witness, but you also have a monopole, this driver. And I keep talking about it. I've been talking about it a lot because the driver gets lost in the conversation. But we need to tap into the monopole, the wisdom of the driver, because it is the higher faculty mind. It knows the GPS coordinates. It understands how the vehicle is designed to operate, when it needs fuel, when it needs to be greased up, when it needs repairs. It knows the roadside stops along the way. It knows all of this, okay? But we disregard it in human design. Why do we disregard it? Again, Ra kind of freaked out when we were talking about like spooky energy or the consciousness field. I call it the field of potential because everything is there. Okay, everything's there. So one of the members of my mentorship, Sean Walbridge, had a interview with Shaitan Parkin on his YouTube channel, and Shaitan said that in I think it was 79, I want to say, I could be off on that year, when he had an interaction with Osho said that he would be working in a system. The system hadn't been born yet, but he would be working in the system. So what's important for you to recognize is that everything is in the field of potential. Absolutely everything is there. And it is also nothing because it hasn't come through and been put into our 3D world yet. So the law of vibration tells us that we have this beautiful torus field, okay, that's flowing to and through us. I'm going to show you a video. It's like a 1-minute video. There's going to be no sound, okay? But I want you to just look at this and recognize you have a monopole, and that monopole is absolutely attracting everything in your life, okay? Everything's flowing through you, okay? What happens though is the conscious mind, the passenger, is very selective, okay, on what it's going to observe or witness. But the subconscious mind takes in everything. It is non-selective. So every experience is sitting there. Every experience is available in the subconscious mind. But what does the subconscious mind do? It's the womb of creation. However, what's inside the subconscious mind is the work that I'm going to share with you down below. There's a link right there. It's all about the concept of self. Because if you have made up a decision that based on an outside circumstance, so what your passenger saw something and your passenger made that observation, it dropped into the subconscious mind, and now the subconscious mind made that observation mean something about you. Maybe based off of a sensation in the body, maybe based off of one of the 5 senses. Something took place, and the subconscious mind said, oh, I feel like this when this is seen. Made the circumstance mean something about you. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I have to people please so that people don't get angry. Oh, that's probably the wrong action. Oh, I'm not worthy enough. Oh, I have to work harder. I have to work harder. Oh, I get it. So all these little things are sitting inside your subconscious mind. And they've created a narrative. The subconscious mind, which is the womb of creation, has created a narrative. And the narrative is holding you back. It's holding you hostage and not allowing you to go forward. So the work that I'm going to share with you down below in the workbook, and of course, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing in the mentorship program, because we want to be able to not only take the mechanics of human design, we want to finesse them with the laws of the universe. So when I'm talking about the law of vibration, there's this torus field that's constantly going through your monopole, okay? Let's just take a look at this on the screen. I'm going to share this with you, and then we are going to chat about it, okay? So it's about 1 minute long, so just stick with me as I play this for you. So this is, there's going to be no music here. But what I want you to see is that the torus field is always operating through your monopole. It's always, it's going out, coming back in, going out, coming back in. And let me tell you, it does not matter what your aura is, whether you're a projector, reflector, manifesting generator, or manifester, okay? This is the torus field that operates through everyone. Okay, it creates this torus field. That's what your monopole is designed to do. And each time you grow, then it creates this bigger field. Okay, so I'm just going to stop that now. So why do we want to go to this vibration? So imagine you are sitting in a fearful state. You don't know how, you're sitting in doubt, you're doubting everything, and you're living your life based on the past concepts that your subconscious mind is holding. And that womb of creation, it's only creating what it's repeating the patterns of the past because there's nothing new in there. So every time your torus field goes out, has a new experience, comes back in, it's the exact same vibration that's taking place. So even though your torus field may be getting bigger, maybe it's getting smaller at times, maybe it's getting bigger, maybe it's getting smaller, it's the exact same vibratory energy. So every time you go out and you go, oh, you know, I want to start my business, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, then you step into it and then you beat yourself up because you failed in the past and poof, bang, you're in a failure, you go back to work. You go find a job and you go back there and you beat yourself up because what's in your vibratory energy is, oh, I'm not good enough. I've made mistakes in the past. I'm a failure. Poof, done. This is where human design and the law and the laws of the universe. This is what I do. I marry them for you. Okay? Because the moment that we start to build on the laws of the universe, now your human design is finessed. It's not clunking around, wondering what it's doing, holding you back. No, it finesses. It works through you in new ways. So how can you operate differently? Well, first, you're going to go into this workbook that I have here. And you're going to start to do the inner work and start to recognize what is in my subconscious mind. What are all these concepts that I have about myself that may or may not be serving me? If something is serving you, do more of it. If it's not serving you, it's time that we get into there and we start to reprogram it. Because if it's a vibration that is keeping you locked into a past version of who you are, then your human design will always be confusing because decisions will always be operated from the subconscious mind. Instead of using the connection with the monopole, that quote unquote higher self, right? This version of you that actually knows everything, knows the direction, knows the GPS coordinates, understands the vehicle, knows exactly what's going on, has the full dashboard there. That's where you want to tap into so that your decision making isn't coming from this wounded space. I don't love the word wound, but that's what I'm going to use today. Okay. So grab the workbook, get on my email list, and also jump into our mentorship. We go so deep into this stuff to start breaking through all of the things that don't serve you. Okay. Because we're in this time right now. We are being contracted so that we can go forth and like expand into this new version of who we are. This sleeping phoenix version that is like absolutely magical. Okay. But if you're stuck in, you know, these mechanics that are rubbing and it's just, you know, metal on metal and everything's starting to hurt and all this stuff is going on in your life and you're like, why isn't this working for me? And I see this. I'm telling you, I see it in emails. I see it in my DMs. I watch the some of the human design Facebook groups and my heart goes out because there's a distortion around like how this is operating for you. Okay. So I'm telling you, you want to be in a community that can help you bust out of the conformity, help you look at the subconscious mind, and also help you finesse your human design in a way that I'm going to say that possibly, there's maybe a couple coaches or human design professionals that even look at this. Otherwise, it's not happening in the world. It's not happening in that human design world. And because it's not happening, there's a greater disdain happening for this system. I'm watching it. And it breaks my heart because I know that once you lubricate up that mechanical structure, the laws of the universe, my friend, you are unstoppable. I do this every day in my world, and you are unstoppable. All right. So grab that workbook, get on my email list. Okay. That's what it's going to do. I'm going to ask you for your email. Of course I am. And do the work inside that workbook and join our community. Like, get in there so that you don't have to be clunking around. You can really step in and feel the finessed version of your human design. All right, friends, take care.